Hey, it's Luke Bruni and you're watching the DIRTSHEDSHOW with us.
Thanks for that, Loic. And coming up on the show this week, we've got Redbull Rampage preview. Things are hotting up in the desert.
We have the Olympic test event from Rio, Brazil.
And one very fast mountain bike.
And I'm here holding things down in the dirt shed.
We're still in the south of France.
And it's pouring with rain. So Redbull Rampage is about to get underway. It's the 10th anniversary of this mental event. There have been 3 different venues within the same sort of area over that 10-year history.
Yes, the riders are over there already with their dig crews, making their lines. It's kind of an unusual event where actually digging the lines and the trails is almost as important as how well you ride it. A lot of the time riders take riders with them as part of their crew, not only for the manpower but also to help with an extra set of eyes, I suppose.
One thing that is quite odd that I find hard to get my head around is, for example, say I rode last year, which I didn't, Neil, but that would be my line, and you're not allowed to ride my line?
Yeah, I guess it's because they put so much effort into these obstacles, they don't want other riders poaching them. So it's a bit of a weird concept, but you know, you get some pretty crazy lines and some awesome riding to be seen.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. It'll be really cool.
And we'll have the full results next week on the Dirt Shed. Big news in the freeride world is Darren Berracloth has left Specialized after 13 years. An awful long time to be with one brand. It looks like Pinkbike got the scoop on this one, and there's a video of him building his new bike for Redbull Rampage.
Yeah, Berracloth has made the move over to Canyon, who seem to be setting up North American sales, and chose the freeride legend Darren Berracloth as the man to be their marketing driving force there. Pretty cool. I'm not sure I'd want to test my brand new bike on those massive jumps straight off the bat.
New bike. What are you going to do? Go for a gentle ride?
Well, yeah, I would usually, yeah. Comments this week.
Got some good ones as usual. This one comes from Unicorn Sea Fruit. And he or she says, I don't even own a mountain bike, and now after watching all of your vids, I need one. Thanks, guys. Hashtag GCN and GMBN are the devil. Make sure you buy yourself a mountain bike, not a road bike.
And I've got a comment here from James Ion, who bloody loved our pins last week, especially my technical throwing skills when I was pinning the mat. Thanks, James.
2016 is an Olympic year, and as part of that build-up, a test event took place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, on the new cross-country course.
Yeah, the course looked really cool and very similar to the Hadley Park circuit in London, taking in lots of man-made features, rock sections, and very much spectator friendly.
A lot of the top guys were there. Jaroslav Kulavi, who was 2012 Olympic champion, Julian Absalon is 2008 Olympic champion, and Nino Schurter, the current world champion, were all there racing.
In the men's race, sort of continuing his domination, Nino Schurter won in a sprint finish from Maxime Marot. Julian Absalon came 4th, and Jaroslav Kulavi unfortunately had a DNF.
Yeah, Nino Schurter actually commented to say that it was a really fun course, quite challenging, but it was the heat was the biggest problem. It turned out to be really hot in Brazil. In the women's race, the race included Pauline Ferrand-Prévot and Gunmarita Dale. Prévot did not start, Gunmarita Dale did not finish. The race was actually won by Italy's Eva Lechner.
Mystery Rider! Now, a few of you last week got a bit confused. There was a bit of copying and pasting going on in the comment section below, I think. A lot of you thought it was Laurie Greenland with Gary Fisher's head. Now, Gary Fisher, you're right. The actual right answer, well, let's pick a winner, see if they've got it. Here we go, here we go. Winner is, nope, that's wrong. Winner is Aaron Fowler. You are a winner, and the answer is Gary Fisher on Tracy Mosley's body, which is wrong in all sorts of ways, but that is the correct answer. Send us your details. This week's mystery rider is going to be tricky because I'm dreaming of a rollover. I want you to all get it wrong and then there's a rollover and someone wins 2 t-shirts. How good would that be? Amazing, 2 GMBN t-shirts like this. But first you've got to try and win 1. And here's the photo. It's a difficult one. I think I've got it. Have you got it? Yeah, Alex has got it. Good luck.
Insta bangers.
Instant bangers. That's lively, Neil.
It is, isn't it? I'm going to throw to Cam Zink. I really like Cam Zink. I'm a massive fan. And you can see on his Instagram feed some pictures from Rampage this weekend. But actually, you can see that he's actually suffering from a shoulder injury. So unfortunately, we're not going to see 100% Cam Zink fitness this weekend. So a bit of a shame, but good luck to him this weekend.
And one thing I picked up on is Eva Lechner. She's a Colnago rider, cross-country rider, who has recently competed and won the Rio test event last weekend. So check her page out.
Pin the trail.
First pin this week is from Khoi out in Vietnam. It's the Hung Temple Trail. It's a really nice XC trail. Loved watching the video. The guys stop at one point and do a little bit of skills training. But the highlight for me on this video is when a guy comes up the opposite way up the trail on a chicken chaser moped carrying his shopping in a carrier bag from Iceland. The shop, not the place. It's a great trail, great video. It's a pin. Well done, Khoi. I'll put it in there now. There you go. You're in. Second trail this week is from Attila Horvath, and it's in Mo i Rana, and that is a place because I googled it, and it's at the top of the Tinden, and the views from this trail are absolutely amazing. You can see a fjord down in the background which just looks unreal. The light is crazy. It's all up on this big slick rock, and the ride itself actually looks pretty challenging. So Attila did pretty good getting down this one. He had to actually pick his bike up a points and carrying it down. But the rock is absolutely crazy. There's lots of it, pretty technical. Really enjoyed watching it. And it is a pin, you're in the map. I'm just gonna stretch over to the top of the Arctic Circle just there, and in it goes. Well done.
Mark, what's the fastest you've been on your bike?
Well, I don't really want to admit it on GMBN, but I did do 62 mph on my road bike once.
Doesn't count. I've done 90 miles an hour down a glacier at Sarsfay in the snow.
What about 137 mph?
Don't think so.
Check this out. This bike is designed purely to go as fast as it can down a perfectly smooth ski slope. As you can see by the sort of abstract position that the bike has, this is where he would sit, carbon fibre, it's rock hard, and the base of his back and bottom would be wedged against here. His chest would be leant across this carbon fairing at the top, and obviously hands on the handlebars. One interesting thing is that the handlebars are actually on upside down. This is to get him lower and more aerodynamic. Likewise, the forks look like they have hardly any travel and sort of wound down. One notable thing for me is the front wheel is a 27.5 and the rear wheel is a 29. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but maybe just to get the front end low so he can get in that tucked position. Very similar to Mavic Cosmic road wheels, they've built a similar structure for these Crossmax XLs with the carbon inside the wheel. Again, I would say an aero feature. So, full carbon monocoque. His knees would go in here to get him out of the wind. And then they've got this sort of fin at the back to bring the air around him. They've increased the wheelbase by sort of 6 to 8 centimeters. I can only imagine this is to make the bike more stable at those higher speeds. Quite frankly, I don't really fancy going that fast on a bike. Shout outs this week. We've picked up on a preview of the Dudes of HAZZARD series. It's a little bit diverse.
It's good. I think Joe Barnes is the Wes Anderson of the mountain bike world. It's pretty bizarre. There's him, Fergus Lamb and Liam Hoynahan just riding bikes and having a laugh.
In that little clip that you do see, the teaser for the series, Fergus Lamb, what a crash.
That's a good one. No knee pads, over the bars, off the roof.
Yeah, we look forward to this every year, and this series looks no different. It looks really good.
And I've got a shout out this week for Matty Turner, who's put out this really amazing trials video. Matty is one of the young, up-and-coming Danny Mac style street trials riders. He's only 15 years old and he proves that he's got the skills to pay the bills with this video. He's got some incredible tricks in there, including a front flip to back hops, which I absolutely loved. That's what ends the video, so look out for it. Great video, Matty.
Coming up on the channel this week.
Wait there, I was pulling a funny face. Coming up on the channel this week.
Well, tomorrow we've got a pro bike with Jerome Clements.
And on Monday it is how to straighten a disc rotor trail side.
You just give it a kick, I think. Tuesday is top 10 things to see at Rock d'Azur.
And on Wednesday it is how to ride slippery rocks.
And on Thursday, we're going to be looking at Giacomo's box. Yes, it's the Cannondale Factory Racing Toolbox Tour. And on Friday, of course, it's the Dirt Shed Show. Neil always fails at saying, it's Friday, it's the Dirt Shed Show, so we want to see if you can do better. So message us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook with hashtag Dirt Shed Show and your video message of saying, it's Friday, it's the Dirt Shed Show, and we'll feature you here next week.
So that's it for this week's Dirt Shed Show. If you'd like to keep watching videos here on GMBN, you should click down here for Can Roadies Jump with GCN's very own Dan Lloyd.
And believe it or not, Dan Lloyd has got an entry for next year's Redbull Rampage after that, so we'll make a video on that when it happens probably. In the meantime, if you want to see how to convert to a 1x setup, click up there for how to install a single chainring.
And they should probably click on us and the big rainy mess behind to subscribe to GMBN.
Yeah, actually looking forward to getting back in the shed.
You never miss a video then, do you, Neil?
You don't?
Nope.
Subliminal.
Yeah. I'll get the hint.